would a daily infomercial for the Trump presidency look like? Well, actually, we don't have to wonder. We have the answer right in front of us. It's called Fox and Friends.
We're going to walk some dogs coming up on Fox and Friends Live from
Look at Candace's T-shirt.
Yeah, beat that, Matt Lauer. We're watching dogs.
President Trump watches all the morning shows, but judging by his tweets as recently as this morning, Fox and Friends is his favorite. He gave 2 interviews to Fox and Friends this week. Those were his only interviews all month. So we here at Reliable Sources decided to watch an entire week's worth of the show. We wrote down every story, every guest, every banner. And what we found is that Fox and Friends is really Trump's safe space. It looks like a newsy morning show, but Fox executives acknowledge it's not really a newscast. It's a conservative-themed talk show. The show is about showering Trump with positive attention and burying his enemies with negative attention. The show's hosts and regular guests claim that one of his main opponents, you can probably guess, it's the media.
This is all a political circus at this point. Democrats and sadly much of the liberal media are using this as an excuse just to attack the president.
The mainstream media, the Washington bureaucracy, which are basically the Democrats, all pretty much the same thing.
There has to be some accountability somewhere in the media for continuing to have a narrative which isn't true.
This gets really repetitive, but over time, all of this anti-media talk obviously has an effect on the audience.
In our discussion earlier, you said you can't stand the way that he's being treated in the media. Talk about
exactly.
that.
I'm so concerned about the media because they're lying.
Sounds like she's been watching Fox and Friends. And by the way, it has the added effect of keeping you watching Fox and nothing else. Repetition is something we noticed all week long, Monday till Friday. Denying collusion between Trump and Russia was an almost hourly affair.
In terms of collusion, that's going by the boards.
There's nothing there in terms of collusion with Russia.
So this idea that there's collusion under Trump is just not backed up by the facts.
This Russia collusion investigation, if that's what you want to call it.
It looks like collusion, just saying.
All the collusion, all the corruption that hasn't been proven, all the leaks, just give him a chance. Collusion, corruption, never been proven. There is a leaker, and the leaker James Comey.
There has been no obstruction. There has been no collusion. There has been leaking by Comey.
So there's the president at the end of the week repeating what Fox and Friends has been saying. The show's latest obsession has been undermining and attacking the credibility of special counsel Robert Mueller. Remember, Trump is hearing these talking points all week long, and then at the end of the week, repeating them back to the host, Ainsley Earhardt.
Can we trust Robert Mueller?
Isn't it a conflict of interest for Mueller to be appointed and for him to choose an attorney that was Hillary Clinton's foundation attorney? Should he recuse himself?
There it is. Heroes versus villains. Us versus them. On Fox and Friends, Trump is us, Mueller is them. Watching for an entire week, we saw lots of the president's friends, but almost no dissenting voices, no Trump skeptics or critics, except in sound bites, which were then knocked down.